Buddy,
Hey, buddy.
how's
Good to
it
see you
going?
again, man.
Finally.
Yeah, finally.
A
One
new
more
episode.
week passed.
So fast, yeah.
We did a lot of things. Of course, we have something to tell you guys. We're going to start randomly, as always. We don't know where it will go. Hope that it will help. And let's go for it. Yeah, tell me, how was your week, Ilya?
My week was amazing. I switched to being a freelance again. So as a secondary and off-plan consultant, right? As you know, I was working for the developer at the developer office, and yeah, it feels much better, to be honest. You have more freedom, you have your own timings, you're more flexible, and I think once you have the experience in Dubai and you know how things work, you can just start your own thing, and it definitely feels more
You
fulfilling.
feel more relief,
More relieved, more fulfilling,
more fulfilled,
yeah, more
ready to go for
freedom,
more.
ready to rock Dubai and make more money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we would like to know, what was that experience like for you to work with developer, to to try different thing than everybody else do. How was that journey for you?
If I had to compare developer office to being an agent,
Yeah.
I think the main part is when you're inside the developer office, you have this inside knowledge. You see the market from a different angle, from a different perspective, and you see the insider that people or agents normally don't know or don't even think about. Things like legal stuff, how it works with the escrow, how some developers cheat or like try to get a little advantage, how to try to sell more by, I don't know, this pre-launch system we have, and are faking numbers, what a lot of, actually I think almost every developer does that. So it gives you some very nice information how things work in Dubai. And once you have this information, you can and you work as an agent again, you just have to have an advantage because you know how to use advantage of
Right.
this loopholes.
So this is work aspect, like some labor aspect you're talking about. But what about your life? How it changed during this period? What you understood, maybe what wisdom you got from it? Anything you can tell about your feelings?
What I felt, I think all of this happened for a reason. I see it as a journey. As you know, I started as an agent, and it's like many things in life. Once you go back to something, you either appreciate it more, or you just don't go back to it because you found something better. But I saw it as a journey, and now I just work in a different way because I see everything in a different way.
You regret about anything?
No, I think everything in life happens for a reason, and I think even if you don't make progress, the knowledge itself is progress.
Of course,
So,
of course.
what do you think about that?
I was actually talking with one of my friends about the meaning of life yesterday. I was at the beach, and it was in one of these situations when you sit on the beach, everything is fine, you relax, you feel all right, everything is perfect. Basically, you don't need anything at that moment, but you find something to just to stick to, and find, I don't know, like any problem. You're just trying to find a problem in things that you don't have actually a problem. So she was saying about meaning of life. She was asking me about my opinion on that, and what I was saying to her, for me exactly, meaning of life is progress. If you don't have progress every day, don't wake up, you don't do anything new, you don't learn anything, then your life will be meaningless.
100%, yeah.
I think that's the meaning of life, to go forward all the time, no matter what, to wake up with the feeling and understanding that today will bring something new and good, and I'm ready for everything, whatever comes my way. I want to see what it will teach me, what it will give to me, and what I can do with it. Sometimes it will be some physical work, sometimes it will be internal work with yourself, trying to understand, do you want to accept one thing or you don't want to accept it, because always you have that choice. Either you take a situation in a positive way or negative way, right?
I 100% agree with you. Now we have people, they say you should improve, you should work on yourself. As we said last time, I always say myself, if I had to describe life in only one word, I would say it's improvement. 100%. So same as you said. But now we have the other side that says, no, real life means freedom. You should do what you feel like. What do you think about this kind of statements? What do you think about this life, life mentality?
I think it's not about only freedom, for sure. You cannot feel that freedom if you don't have some kind of constraints, some borders, or lackness in something. If you don't have that feeling that you are stuck sometimes, later when you overcome it, you will feel that freedom, obviously. But if you don't go that experience, how are you gonna see the difference, right? So for me, everything works together. Either positive, negative feelings, you should have that experiences in order to understand the difference, because in that difference you will appreciate it, freedom, you will appreciate life. Basically what we are doing, and I was trying to explain to my friend, it's about the progress. But okay, it's about the progress, it's about the improvement, but where we are going, why we're doing it, and we all doing it because of one reason, because to create life. That's what we are. We are pieces of light, we are pieces of life itself. She was saying, actually, yeah, but the planet Earth can work by itself. It doesn't need human beings. It was okay without human beings, before. It can operate by itself. Why human beings are here? And I was trying to explain, we are these pieces of light, of life itself. We are creating life. So without people, I don't think it's going to be that fun. What is your opinion on that?
That's actually a very deep topic.
So you wasn't ready for that.
you got me. No, but actually it's very interesting, and I think it's a good point what you said.
Bro, it's gonna get more deep. I promise today, because
starting good.
I had some stuff going on this week with me.
No, I have to agree on both sides. I mean, planet Earth can 100% exist without us. It started without us, right?
Yeah.
But what's the point? Like, we have planet Earth, we have the trees, we have the nature, we have the animals, but what's the point, right? I think what gives really meaning to planet Earth is humans, by bringing both evil and good, and this gives a balance to the world. I think this makes it exciting. If everything would be just amazing and fun and good, then what is the opposite of that? What is the energy opposite to this, or like the contrast? There's no contrast. It's just everything good, and so I think this is what actually makes it beautiful.
Yeah, and you said about the planet Earth, that it can operate by itself. You're right, actually. If you look at that thing from that angle, only from planet angle, or only from human being lives angle, you will not see the whole picture. Even if you look at it from one universe angle, it's not enough, actually. You need to look at multiverse, I don't know, or from the God perspective, when everything is one whole picture, and every piece of that picture makes it work. It give it progress, it improves by itself, and every that small aspect of the creation actually creates life. And only in that, looking at that thing from that angle, you can really understand what is the meaning of life and why we are here. But it's very deep topic, I agree. It's still not evening. We just woke up, and we can talk about some easy stuff. What do you think? What else would you like to discuss?
Yeah, this was a deep topic, but
But
I
she was
mean,
satisfied, actually. My friend was satisfied with my answer. I think she changed her perspective a little bit. She needed that talk. Sometimes you should talk to people
mm,
and tell about your opinion, and you should be in that exact place for that person. And actually, that's also another way of uh, putting all pieces together.
that's actually a good point.
Yeah.
I think coming back to what you said, talking to people, listening to people, or even changing the perspective. Not many people are able to actually listen to someone. When I say listen, like really going through the mind and being like, okay, what did he say? How can I change it? And trying to really change something as a perspective. At the end of the day, I think you can learn from anyone, from some people more, from some people less, obviously. But I think you can learn from anyone, but most people, they are blocked. They block themselves. They have too much ego. They think they know everything. And the moment they hear something that is going against their belief, they just stop listening. They just stop listening. They close up the mind. And this is, I think, one of the most important things in self improvement, to actually stop thinking, listen to other people, and being open to new belief systems.
Yeah,
What do you think?
you're right. And whenever you have an opportunity to help someone, let's say someone comes to you asking a question, it means they open to listen. You need to help them. You have to help them. Like 2-3 days ago, I was parking somewhere in the city, and out of nowhere, this guy comes, Indian guy. He was looking for a job. I don't know why he came to me exactly. Nobody was there, and it was like this whole distance of emptiness. Nobody's there, and only he somehow found me, came to me, he asked me for help. And I think when universe sends you someone,
Yeah,
you need to at least try
you need to try it.
to listen, to see if there is anything you can do, and maybe even a small advice can be very helpful. So I listened to him, and I was with my another friend. I brought her to that parking spot. She went to her car, and she was looking at me with a strange face, like, why are you listening to this guy? Even. Maybe she was a little bit suspicious. She was afraid that this guy
Yeah.
can do something to me.
Yeah.
But I wasn't afraid. I saw in this guy's eyes that he wants help. He needs help. And why to not listen to him? I could say, go away.
Yeah.
Like maybe any average person would do. But I just thought, okay, tell me, man, what's up? Tell me, what is your situation? He said, sir, I tried
He opened up to
I
you.
yeah, he opened up. He told me his whole story. That he tried to send resume to all the companies. He can't get a job. He went to all these restaurants outside. Nobody's taking him to this to their job, and it's hard for him. He needs to pay the rent and everything. I said, okay, man, you can. I work in real estate. You don't need to have a car. You can go by a metro, or you can work close to your I don't know, your home.
Yeah.
Like one of my friend does. He doesn't spend any money on transport, and you can work, at least you can try, or you can work with developer where they give you salary. Why not try? I know that I went that route. I know that it's possible to get the job. I told him that at least
Yeah.
maybe he can try, maybe.
It's something you actually know. You actually know it works. You did it by yourself.
Yeah.
So you're not giving a bullshit opinion. This is
Oh,
something
bullshit
you
works.
know it
Yeah.
can work for him.
Yeah, it could work.
Now, if he goes the way, or he goes a different ways, between him
It's
and
up
his
to him.
life, this is not in your control.
It's up to him.
But you did as much as you could. Now, is it fair to say you did this? Maybe one day you or somebody else will be in the same position, and God will send somebody to help you. Do you believe in karma, that this might happen to you as well?
I don't want to look at that in that way. I'm not. You shouldn't expect anything. Whenever you expect, it will not happen for sure. You should just do whatever you have to do. If you think you're doing kindness, okay. If you think you're doing that it's your responsibility to help that person. Okay, do that, but don't expect to get something from it. Don't explain it in the way of that this is karma, this is not a karma, or what is that what you believe into. It's not about you. It's again we're coming back to that whole picture. It's about that whole picture. You either work with it or not. You either work with universe or not. It's up to you. You can always be in a side. You can always live by yourself. You have that freedom of choice. God will give you that freedom of choice. You always have it. But it also gives you an opportunity always to be part of that whole picture, to help to creation become better place. And if you will help it, you will operate with it, life even for you will be much better and much easier. That's how it works.
You're right. Yeah, especially we talked last time about frequencies.
Yeah.
I mean, nowadays they can even measure frequencies. So now we know it's not bullshit talk anymore, not spiritual talk. Like people used to think like 50 years ago, when you said, "Oh, your frequency is like," people were like, "Oh, what is this idiot talking about? What is this?" Like they thought you're a monk or something. But nowadays, like actually, there are ways to measure frequency, and like there's a ranking actually. Like if you are angry, there's a different frequency, and I think one of the most powerful was a gratefulness. Love was one of the highest. When you feel love, like your frequency energy is higher, and gratefulness is too. So what if we say, okay, this is now very very selfish to look at it in this way, but just to understand the dynamics, would it be fair to say, when you act so nice to people, your frequency goes up, which means you have a positive energy field around you, and you pull more energy, vibration, and energy and positive things into your life?
Yeah, come on.
So pretty much you put yourself in a point where you are in a funnel of positive stuff that happening.
Yeah, you become an example for everyone else. So I don't think it's bad. So you should raise your frequency all the time.
How? Just by doing good stuff? Or?
Self-love, one of the things.
Self-love.
You're saying about selfishness, but it's not selfishness. It's self-love. I mean,
self-love. Okay.
First you should put the creation, God, first in the first place. But it comes from your incentive, right? You go for it. You go for it, and you put the God in the first place. So you basically become one, become aligned with it, with creation, and that's when you raise your consciousness and you raise your vibration, because God is the highest vibration. And I think love frequency is very high frequency. Gratefulness, of course. Whenever I wake up in the morning, I always say, God, thank you for this day, for my relatives, that everybody is, is healthy, and I have food, I have home to stay, because some people don't. Some people are hungry. Some people have no job, are desperate, and we have been there too. There have been hard times for all of us. And I appreciate it. I truly appreciate it, and I try to not forget about it.
That's the point. Yeah,
that's very important. When your life becomes better, you forget about this stuff.
Yeah, that's 100%. I think humans in general love to think about what bad happened to them, but never about what good happened to them. Yeah. We talked about this before. Like you said, you were on the beach and everything is perfect, right? The sun, your belly is full, you had your coffee, you're enjoying life, but no, your mind has to give you a problem. We are problem makers by nature.
And solvers
too, but I think more problem makers. For most humans, more makers, but we try to solve it somehow.
What kind of problems you make daily?
All kind of problems. All kind of problems.
You mean internally in your head, or?
Yeah, and I think it's also the main thing is when you, and this is also goes back to self-love. When you compare yourself to other people. Yeah. He has more money, I want more money. I want better car. I want this, I want that. And this is the problems that we call problems. But at the end of the day, especially here in Dubai where we live, most people, I would argue, have food, have stuff to drink, they have a bed space, they have. So actually there's not a single problem at all. Why are we focused so much on bad things? All of us. You think it's like deep in our DNA? Is it a way of God telling us you have to improve? Because otherwise, if we were happy all the time, nobody would improve, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I was struggling with yesterday, bro. I was in my bed, I'm 35 years old.
Yeah.
I'm becoming 36. Time is less and less. I'm not married yet.
Okay.
It's a big problem. Okay, but I don't think about myself. Yesterday I was thinking about my elder brother. He's 38 years old and he's not married. And I also was thinking about my mom. She she's a widow. After my father's death, in 2002. She's alone all this time. No, she's with us and she lives for us. That's the thing. I think that maybe she should have been a little bit selfish, egoistic about her life too, about her dreams, and didn't happen. And now I look at them. Okay, I look at my brother. He's not married. I would like to him have a family, have small kids running, playing. It's a good thing to have, at least in your life. And I was thinking, okay, I think when you have at least you think you have a small time. I don't believe that. Like, I believe like 50-50. I think we still have a lot of time to improve and, become very rich and have everything. But anyways, sometimes when you're above 30, you start thinking such way. And when you think time is less and you haven't done a lot of things, it can be desperating. It can be struggling.
Yeah, 100%.
So I don't know, man.
So when you say haven't done,
And what I wanted to say, it helps me. So I feel this desperation. I get to that room when I'm so fucking depressed, and I'm in that darkness. Just the only way is to get out from that place, to improve, to do something. Because what other choice you have? Either you go and kill yourself, or you improve. You try. Yeah, you don't have that assurance that something will become better or you will achieve all of that ever, but at least having a thought that maybe it will become better if you try your best, it gives you enough motivation to go for it, to at least to try. I choose to try than not to try, let's say. I choose to at least believe that it's possible, and no matter how less time you have, you should try. You should try. That's what I believe.
Yeah, 100%.
It pushes you more.
Why should you give up when you still have time left? You should still do the best out of it. But to put it in a different perspective, you say you don't have what you want to have in your mind. I guess you're talking about marriage or starting a family or in this direction. Why you think this is what you need for life? Maybe somebody would argue like it's not life. It's not about that. It's maybe about freedom. It's about maybe why you specifically put in your head that this is a happy life to have a family and wife.
Everybody has their demons. This is my demons. You will have your demons, Our followers, our viewers will have their own demons. They will fight to something will make you depressed at some point in your life. But that's what helps you to improve. That's what will push you to go for more. That's the thing. That's how it works. That's how God shapes from you the beast, the strongest version of yourself. You go to that darkness place, you fight with your demons, and you become stronger. That's the only way. If you will feel always that freedom, happiness, good life, you will not fight anyone. How you will become stronger,
Okay,
bro?
but why specifically family? Is
Not
there not
specifically. It's just my
I want to understand you.
demons, bro. Because I don't have it. Maybe it's because when whatever you don't have. Let's say you put the freedom in the first place. If you will not have the freedom, you will have those demons regarding that idea. You see? So it can be freedom. It's just about me, bro. I'm saying family. Of course, maybe some people are okay without families or having kids in their lives. They don't make some people they don't like kids. They're okay. You can ask them like, no, I hate kids, they say. From my perspective, I don't understand it. How can you not love kids.
Yeah, that's weird. I think people that are like
well,
this,
there are some people, so
they're
you
serious.
shouldn't
Yeah,
judge
no.
them, you know.
Yeah, but I don't, maybe we should.
maybe
there's something.
maybe there's
like,
something
it's like people that don't like dogs or like cats or like animals.
Yeah.
Like, you have a dog that
I
wants
don't
to kiss
understand.
you and hug you. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you know,
Like,
like
I mean, it maybe depends of the dog. Maybe they got bite.
yeah, okay,
from
that's
dog.
different topic. If you have a big dog that is biting and I don't know, but if you have a cute little puppy
Dog,
wants to kiss and hug you,
Yeah.
why would you like? Some people are like, don't touch me. I mean, I don't get it. But
Yeah, I don't get it too, but it's up to them. It's again about their perception.
yeah,
You shouldn't judge. Everyone have their own path. So, yeah. Also, what I wanted to tell that happened to me yesterday on the beach. I was just walking, you know, and I see one girl struggling to taking video and photo. She had no tripod like we have. We have 3 tripods
many
over
tripods.
here. But she had no tripods, and I see that she's struggling. You know, I thought, I'm walking here. Nobody else is that close to her. Maybe I should just offer my help. Why not? Well, what takes me to just hold the freaking camera and help to a person to make nice pictures to become happier? You know, maybe she will later do for someone else, as you said, right? So I was helping her. I went on one my knee, and I was wearing these headphones. I put the headphones into my pocket, and I went down on one of my knee, and the water was coming on me, you know, and I wasn't thinking about that at the moment. I was taking pictures, and when I stood up, I saw that my headphones are wet with seawater. You know how is it when metal and seawater get in touch? It can just die. So I wore again these headphones. One of them wasn't working. I thought that's it. And first thing came to my mind, I thought, you see what happens when you help someone.
Why did I do that?
Why did I do that? Yeah. But then I thought maybe it's a test. Hey, fuck the headphones, man. I thought it's the right thing to do to help a person. And I did it, and I don't regret it, you know. And I washed the headphones with the normal water. I left it for 2-3 hours. It got dried, and then they worked again.
Wow.
So it was just a test.
It was just a test.
It came to my head that you shouldn't always help. But it was wrong, bro. So it was just a test. I passed
to see your reaction.
To see my reaction.
100%. I believe in it. Yeah.
And when I said to that test that I don't care if even the headphones won't work, I don't regret. I did the right thing.
Yeah.
And universe brought the headphones back to life.
Literally.
So yeah,
back from
bro.
the death. Yeah, that's actually very interesting. Yeah, but I think also from what I saw and experienced by myself, I think sometimes you get tested to just show a reaction. Sometimes life tries to provocate you to get out like these dark emotions out of you, sadness or bitterness or aggression, right? For everyone's a little bit different, and I think, as you said, to just stay calm and being emotionless in this point, being stable, like, okay, I did it, this is what happened, and now I do the best out of it, and everything will be fixed immediately. Life gives you everything back again. So this is actually very interesting. Yeah.
I'm so interested how life can test you all the time. I mean, every day. So I just think when it will end.
Yeah.
It will never end.
It will never end.
It tests you every day. I don't know, guys, you have it or not. You can comment under this video if you have such things happening in your life. If you do have tests and what kind of tests you have, please share with us. We'll discuss it later. But I do have these tests.
Yeah.
Every day, I don't know, and they're different. They change. They're new all the time.
100%. I think everyone has these tests and challenges, but I think some people, they don't recognize it because they don't see it as a test.
Yeah.
They see it as life is shit. Life is so mean. I'm just getting
That's a good point.
all the shit. I think this is the negative mindset some people have, and I had it too. Till I started changing my perspective and starting to change myself to see it not as a problem, to see it as a challenge. That I have to fix this challenge, and the main goal is to not get emotional. And the moment I can control myself, everything else will come from life. Life will show you the way. Life will give you the answers. You don't know what to do, sit down, put your phone away, just think. It will take some time, but you will get the answer, and you will find some solutions what to do. But at the end of the day, I think the main thing is to stay calm and not to get emotional.
So that's how you learn controlling yourself, controlling your mind.
I don't think anyone can 100% control himself, but at least to some degree you can. It's more manageable. Then if you just think, oh, life is shit, I don't want that, okay, I go and drink now to get happy again, and I go and smoke, and I go to the club, and I try to distract myself. Why you have to distract yourself?
Yeah, by the way, this is a very subtle topic about, giving yourself these small freedoms or situations when you just relax or leave everything. You think if you have some big goals to achieve, can you let that happen? Is it okay to just every once a while go to a club,
Yeah, I get your point.
remove that discipline out of your life, forget about everything? Because it's very tangible.
Yeah, this is
Topic.
something we could.
I struggle
argue
with it because when the week starts, guys, when the week starts, I go to work. I start working the whole week, and I also even have plans for a weekend. Like this shooting or other stuff that I can do. Like with my other projects. But when Saturday comes, I go to the beach. I relax a little bit, and sometimes I just
The
think
discipline
maybe
fades away.
yeah, it fades away.
It fades away. Yeah.
And I feel guilty.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think it's similar to. It sounds weird, but I think it's very similar as working out, going to the gym. You work hard, you build your body. It takes months, years. You build your biceps, gets a little bit bigger, your legs get a little, and then you skip the gym for 1-2 weeks, and you see immediately how all the work you did over the years literally goes away in 1-2 weeks, and you're like, wow, not being disciplined. I mean, there should be a balance, but the moment you're not disciplined, you lose all the results, or many of the results you got. So the question is it okay to party once in a while? Is it okay to have some fun once in a while? I think first of all, it depends from person to person. I think some person they can limit themselves. They can say, okay, I will have fun one time a month, and that's it. Now the next day I start again.
Yeah, that's a good way.
If you can do it like this.
If you can do it.
I think for most people, once you go in this direction, immediately you lose your discipline again.
So what you can do, what kind of advice you can give to our viewers about that situation, because it's very challenging.
Yeah, it is very challenging. So even for me, for you, I guess, for I think for every human, this is a big challenge. I don't think you need to be 100% disciplined at any time of your life. You should be disciplined most of the time. I would say more than at least 90% of the time. I think if you can make rules for yourself and you can say, okay, I will do it one time, that's it. I will go, I don't know, for example, I worked very hard 6-7 times a week. Okay. Now I want to go to the club, for example.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks, one time, or every month, one time. This is something reasonable. You can do it.
Yeah, that's a nice formula. It can work.
It could work. It has potential. But if you say, okay, no, if you make now this balance, like, okay, every 2-3 days I want to go out and get drunk, this is you giving yourself excuses. This is you being lazy, trying to distract yourself with bullshit.
Yeah.
They'll just make you more problems. So it's really the balance, I think, how you handle it.
Another formula that you can work with, and I heard it from one YouTube video. It was saying that you can just give yourself these small freedoms whenever you achieve something. Okay, let's say
good.
Yeah, let's say you have a big task. You need to finish one big task, and you before starting it, you say to yourself, when I finish, then I'll congratulate myself doing some small freedom stuff. Like I'll go to the party after that, or I just celebrate it somehow. That's how also you can do it. But it should be a big task. You shouldn't do every small task, or you shouldn't do just every week because you just went to work.
Yeah, this is like,
it should be with a big task. It's like with dogs, when you feed dog, when he does the task you set to him to do, right?
Learn something new or something new. New stuff. This is a good point, actually. Yeah, I mean, if you are in a point in your life where you're struggling very hard, you should not think about partying or having fun at all. I think this is only if you really started making your money, being healthy, going to the gym, all that self-improvement stuff. Then you can actually think about, okay, once in a while I will give myself some pleasure to not burn out. But if it's a state still where you're struggling, why there should be some fun?
Yeah, but I think it's hard to do that way, like going for that for months without having extra energy. And I think in that sense, another big topic that we actually discussed with Ilya a lot of times, like when we should enter with this topic to our discussions about the semen retention stuff. Yeah.
Very big topic.
Very big topic, very interesting experience, and I think we can relate to this, relate to discipline.
100%. It's connected to discipline. Yeah, spiritual growth and discipline.
Yeah,
that's it. This is what it gives you.
If you are in the darkest place in your life, like in the lowest place, that you don't have anything, you want to achieve big goals, this is one of the techniques you can use to at least get extra energy to see the improvement, like in couple of weeks or couple of months. You will really become like this crazy beast that just wants to improve all the time, is focused and go for every opportunity, see stuff more clear. You want to see tell about benefits, because you practiced for many months.
It's actually it's actually a very important topic, very deep also, as we said. This is especially important for the men outside, because semen retention can also work for a woman, but we have a different biology when we look at women and men, obviously. The thing is, when men give their seeds, first of all, we need to understand the background of semen retention.
Yeah.
When men lose seeds, they ejaculate, they lose the seeds out of the body. First of all, we have to understand these seeds, they're a form of life. They literally create of life. It's not one life, it's billion of lives literally you are giving out of your body. Life is energy, right? So you are literally giving energy away for pleasure, or I don't know what the reason is, but most of the times pleasure. You're literally exchanging, same thing when you drink alcohol, smoke, you're exchanging health against some temporary fun.
Yeah.
Now, I always say this is a evil, satanic act. Because why would you sell your health and your energy for a couple minutes of fun? If you think about it in this way, it doesn't make sense at all. But people still do it like on a daily basis, or they think like, nobody thinks about it in this way. Like, why am I doing this actually? It's a very bad exchange. It's like, I'm giving you a cup of coffee and you're giving me gold, right? Or the other way around. I'm giving you gold, you give me a cup of coffee. Like, it doesn't match. The value doesn't match, right? But this is how you can see how the devil is working. He puts it in a way into your head that you think, okay, I need it right now. This will fulfill me. This will make me happy, right? As you ejaculating or having sex or whatever, right? You're like, okay, I need it so bad right now, and this is what I need. But you don't need it. You really don't need it.
Ilya, before you go that deep, tell people what is that semen retention, how it works for you, and generally speaking. First, explain them so they would know.
So very basic. We have the seeds and the sperms, right? That comes from the body of the man. Keeping the seeds inside your body, which means not ejaculating, not having sex, is called NoFap. Is a movement, NoFap movement. It started many years ago. I think, what was it, around 10 years ago maybe, or 20. It started as a big movement where spiritual leaders would come and say, stop ejaculating, stop anything that can take the seeds and your sperms out of your penis outside, basically. And this is a movement how it started. Now people would say no. There was an article I was reading about it, how it was from a doctor actually. Many doctors, they say like, no, ejaculating is so good and you have this serotonin production and you get happy and you get more healthy. And there are studies that people that ejaculate more, they live longer and they're more happy. I don't think that's true. I don't agree with these articles, and I think this is to keep the people in control and keep them weak.
So basically, more you retain the seed, more you get energy, more you get benefits, become focused and become,
These are the benefits, many benefits, yeah.
Yeah, so tell our followers what benefits exactly you got from it. Okay. How was your experience? You can start like from first week until the...
this is a huge... we can talk about this for
I know,
days.
and we will discuss that in many hours of videos, but let's start strong.
Sure. I mean, now that we understood what is NoFap, what is not losing seeds, we had this big movement. We saw people starting doing it, especially for why they said they're doing it for spiritual growth. These are two main points: spiritual growth and getting disciplined.
Yeah.
Under these two sections, with many other benefits, but this is a main tool. So people start doing it, and we had the movement, like the opposite movement, that was saying no, ejaculating is healthy. You need it to have a healthy life. And then we have this movement that says no, stop it. Right?
What do you think about it? I mean, you stand in the middle.
From my experience, I definitely think I see it as medicine. To be honest, really? I see it as medicine. I don't think you have to do it for your whole life. I think you should do it for most time of your life. Same as eating healthy. You don't have to eat healthy every single day of your life. You can, once in a while, you can have a Big Mac, or I don't know, you can have some pleasure, but you shouldn't have the Big Mac every day, right? So I think it's also a balance thing. But especially for people that are new in the self-improvement journey, or they want to grow, they want to experience something new, they should definitely go for it. I think it's life-changing. It can be, definitely. And if you do it right.
How it started for you? Why did you decide to do that?
I think like most people that start on this journey of self-improvement, you just search for different ways.
Okay.
You try everything till you find the answers. This was one of the strongest ways I found for myself to give me more strength. This is the benefits we are talking about. More energy, that's the first point. More energy. We talked about it. You're pretty much giving your energy away with every seed that you're losing, with every creation of life you're losing out of your body.
Yeah.
So you have more energy. When you have more energy, you are more focused automatically. You are more motivated. One main things I noticed is aggression, masculine aggression in a healthy way.
I heard that you get more testosterone.
Also, there are actually studies on that. For the first 7 days, your testosterone skyrockets over, I don't want to give wrong numbers, over 100%. It was insane.
140, I think.
147%, I think it was. There's actually a study about that. We will maybe find it out and put it as a link. Up to 7 days. What happens after 7 days is we have this peak, and on the 8th day, it starts going down again on baseline.
Yeah. Why do you think it happens? What it shows you, or what it gives you?
I mean, you're literally keeping your testosterone inside, and this is what gives you what is proven in medicine already. All this motivation, energy, strength, especially for men, we need testosterone, right?
Yeah.
For women, it works different. This is why I'm saying NoFap for women will not give the same. It will be healthy, but it will not give the same as for men.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, women get the seeds, women get the life energy from men. This is a fact, right? So this is why I personally think that women get energy from this exchange of seeds, and men lose energy. This is why you can see women, you can observe women being energized and happy after exchange of seeds, right? Call it as you want. Men normally get very lazy and tired.
So whenever you feel your woman is lazy,
now you have the tool. Now you have the word.
You know what?
It's very simple, guys.
Not lazy, but that's kind of an energy interaction between men and women.
Energy interaction.
You see your partner need help, or needs energy, why not? You can. I mean, that happens all the time. Just people don't notice that.
Yeah.
It happens. People have
name it,
sexual connection, and we all know that sexual energy is one of the strongest energies
One of the strongest
in the
by
universe.
far,
So
by far, yeah.
we all use that already, but sometimes you need to let that sperm get to that maturity level, then exchange it, because otherwise it won't have that energy amount to give to your partner. If you will give it every day, daily, or and in the worst scenario, if you will just ejaculate without a partner, it's even worse.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing you can do, because you don't give energy to anyone, and you don't keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
Also, you become lazy by yourself after that, and you don't you lose any motivation to do anything. What I learned from semen retention, especially first 1-2 week, that I I didn't know what I'm capable. Like for many years, maybe like a lot of other guys in this planet. I was watching porn. I'll be honest with you, man. I was watching porn when I had no partner. When I had a partner, I was fucking it daily. It was fun, but I wasn't thinking about what it can give me in another sense. And it was a big mistake for me. I lost so much time. And when I opened for myself semen retention, and when I retained for 1 week, 2 week, I saw that I I have a lot amount of energy inside.
You
and
feel
it
it.
coming from inside. It comes from
You
inside,
feel
bro.
it, yeah.
Yeah, you have it all. You have everything actually to achieve any kind of goal in your life.
It's within yourself.
Yeah.
100%.
And it shows you on first weeks.
Mm.
Exactly, the testosterone level that you will get,
You feel it.
you see that everything is possible. Just try for 1 week or 2 week at least. You will see the difference in your life. That's what I say. You don't need to go for months, but I need to warn you guys that sperm maturity comes to 17 after 70 days. About 70 days.
Yeah, it takes some time.
Yeah, it takes time.
But you should feel it. You feel some improvements already from the first week. From the second week, more intense. But it's really life-changing if you do it at least for 3 months, because this is the time it needs to really change the brain chemistry, especially if you're a heavy porn consumer. Like
Especially,
most
yeah.
men nowadays.
Nowadays, it's a big problem.
Big problem, yeah.
Porn
So,
is a big problem.
porn, I
man.
mean, it's free. You have
Yeah.
access from anywhere. You have all the different. You can literally choose what you want to watch, from size to color to what you want. Like, it's free choice. So people really consume it without any thoughts, and this is a big problem nowadays, because
Yeah.
what you're doing is, yes, doctors are right. You are getting this dopamine and serotonin. This is why you're happy.
Yeah.
But now you're addicted. So you are getting, yeah, it's true. You are getting this hormones that make you happy, but now you're addicted. And anytime you're not jerking off now or watching porn, your baseline of dopamine is way below the baseline you had before. So now when you don't jerk off, you feel less motivated, less energy, less all of that, right? So,
But I'm happy nowadays that people start understanding what really is right, what is wrong. Because in maybe school systems before, for our parents, or for ours, even when we were kids, teaching one thing was right. And nowadays people explore more deeply some systems, and they start to understand that really it doesn't work like that. For example, with medical aspect of it, doctors say it, so you need to believe that.
yeah, this is it's a big thing.
Not always the doctors are right.
Yeah.
Well, what makes you think that that's correct? Yeah, have you ever gone to a doctor? First one says one thing, second one the other
They don't
thing.
even know them. Sometimes they don't
Third
even
one.
know. I had one doctor. It was very funny. Like, and actually, this was a smart doctor for me. You know what he
Yeah.
said? I was like giving him my problems, everything, and he was like, okay, let me Google it. And it was literally, I'm not joking, I literally was putting like
Yeah, that happens to me once.
I was like, what? You're the expert, right? And I was like,
He
fuck.
goes to ChatGPT and starts finding medication for you. That's stupid, bro.
So
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, this is like crazy. Like you studied for what, 8 years, 10 years, and you have to, I mean, I can Google it myself, right? But this was a guy that was not afraid to tell me, I don't know. Because some doctors, they don't know. I would argue, sorry guys, I have to blow up your fantasy world, but I would argue most doctors don't know what they're saying. Most, not all.
Yeah.
So most doctors, if they don't have the answer, they just freestyle something, right? They're just giving you some wrong prescription and all of that, instead of saying, I don't know, because they want to seem to be the expert.
Yeah.
But you're right. There was actually a video on YouTube with a hidden camera where they sent one guy with a problem. It was a woman actually, sent to different doctors. Every single doctor gave a different prescription and a different advice. It's crazy. And at the end of the day, they're giving chemicals that are addictive, that come with 100 side effects. And so doctors are not God.
Yeah.
They don't have the ultimate solution for you. Not always.
Sometimes they really don't know. And sometimes they just try some medications that they tried. It helped a little bit. Maybe they think it's better to give that than nothing at all. And, you know,
Yeah,
and then
that's
you
true.
come back to them again. You say, you know, doctor, I tried this. It doesn't help. Then he says, okay, now try this one. Like you're some kind of a monkey experiment. He can just try everything. When it ends, when you die or what, then it becomes chronic disease for you, because you know every disease, if you don't cure it at the right time, it becomes a chronic disease.
Yeah,
it can be a huge problem. Then you will cure it in half a year, in 1 year at least, to cure it fully. And that's why you should be very careful. You also do your exploration whenever you have something. Let's say if some disease, you go to the doctor before. You just go and explore stuff to be on the same page with him at least.
Yeah, at least do your own research first. Ask ChatGPT. You know what's crazy to add here? When I found out about this specific thing, I was like mind blown, right?
Yeah.
I was reading about this one article. I think it was a video actually. How doctors actually, or clinics, get paid by the pharma industry to give the medications, right? So every single medication they sell, they get like a small commission, or call it as you want. So this is why you never go out of the clinic without prescription, right? You always get some chemical
conspiracies everywhere, bro.
And I was thinking like, wow, this is like, they never tell you. How many doctors nowadays tell you, no, don't take this chemical stuff, go into the sun, go bare feet on grass, do some grounding, read the, I don't know, the holy book, or I don't know. Nobody tells you that. They always tell you, okay, take some of this antibiotic, take some of this, some of that chemical, some of that, all stuff that you don't have in nature.
They don't believe in natural stuff.
They don't believe in natural stuff at all. Like,
they never tried.
I
have an opinion that doctors just sit in their office. They don't go outside, because how the hell otherwise I can explain their behavior? They only give you medications to just take these pills, you know. They never say about good consuming the right food, the right vitamins, minerals.
No, not at all.
They don't tell it.
They just give you some pills.
Why?
They don't tell you to eat fruits because without vitamin and this kind of stuff, your skin gets bad, your eyes. They don't explain you this.
And that's strange.
That's very strange. Yeah.
I remember the pictures from hospitals. When you go to a hospital, you know, you see on the walls, they show like vitamin C you can find in these vegetables, vitamin or D in these fruits, you know. It shows in pictures, but realistically they don't speak about it.
They don't speak about it.
Why?
They don't speak about it. They don't tell you that the most nutrient dense food on earth is meat. Beef meat. It is actually. It has like, if you see the structure of iron and the B vitamins and the high in protein, of course, which gives you muscles, high in creatine, right, which they used to take to get this pump in the gym. Now they know it's linked to cognitive function in your brain. It's the most dense nutrition, dense food on planet. Did you ever go to a doctor and he's like, you have a zinc problem, you have a magnesium problem, take some beef?
Yeah.
Who says that? Nobody, right? They say, no, take some chemical pills that have magnesium. But what they don't tell you is that these pills, vitamin pills or magnesium, is actually true. They don't get fully absorbed by the body. The beef, the natural beef, is getting absorbed way more, not 100%, but way more than these vitamin pills that you get from the doctor. That are way more expensive than the beef, right?
Yeah. And again, we'll get back to the semen retention stuff, what it gives actually, what minerals the seed has. You get the energy actually from these minerals that it contains. And when I was feeling this boost of energy, I was feeling like I have, when you use this word protein, like, there's I was feeling inside my body like it's building something inside of me, like my muscles are growing. I had that feeling, like I'm becoming bigger. My posture was more straight, and I was having this good feeling, and I really would like to get back to these semen retention discussions often in our videos, because I think it can help a lot of people. What do you think?
It definitely can. It definitely can. Let's say for someone that never did this before, this no-fap journey, all of that. What is like a guide you would give them to start no-fap?
Yeah. So the thing that you are watching this video and you are in this place where you just open for yourself this idea of no-fap, semen retention, that means that maybe it's time you to explore more. So what I did when I heard it first time, it was very new thing for me. I didn't know anything about it. So I opened a new world for me, and for you also. It's going to be a new universe, let's say, of new things that will come on your way. So I went and watched a lot of videos on this topic, which was very exciting because I heard about these benefits, like I'm gonna become the superhuman.
Yeah, you hear crazy stuff.
And it's getting even better when you start doing the semen retention on first week, second week. You start seeing these benefits, and you want it more and more and more. So what I did, I actually watched these videos and I called you, and we discussed.
I can remember, yeah.
and I think you remember how excited I was, and I knew that I can do it, because before I quit smoking. In the same way, I quit drinking like immediately in 1 second. I just decided for myself, any bad habit that I had in my life, whenever I wanted, I just quit it. So it was like instantly happening. And with this, I knew exactly that I know it's for my benefit. I will do it, and if it's necessary, I will go for months, to become that superhuman. So I called Ilya. I told him, listen, man, I'm gonna start from today, and I'm sure I'm gonna handle this.
Yeah.
And Ilya started telling about his journey,
benefits,
about all these benefits, and how cool is it? You should try it, man. It's gonna be super fun.
Start flying, you get superpowers.
And I said,
we are both very excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna tell you everything, whatever gonna happen with me.
And you were updating me.
I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna call you, tell you about all of that. And it was crazy. I'm not gonna tell you what exact benefits you can, and maybe it's gonna be different for.
It's literally, it depends also. For example, you told me about some things that you felt, and I was feeling less, but I had some other benefits that I felt more personally. So I would say from person to person is different, but overall you have like the same improvements of energy. Is like most of the times energy, motivation, something, self-esteem with girls. I heard from a lot of people that, especially people that struggle to, talk to girls or to have like relationships with girls, that they have a boost in confidence, right? Let's say it gives you overall more masculine energy. The testosterone that you're keeping in your body gives you more energy, sexual energy, and also spiritual energy. And I think overall, because you're getting this frequency, which like you overall become in this state of higher frequency, and this is what pulls you all of this good events and good energies.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. you are your higher self.
Yeah.
When you're in this journey, you are functioning in the best way. Your mind is very sharp, guys. So sharp
that's true.
that you can go for any humor with any kind of person. They will understand it, and it's so great to feel yourself in this state of like all knowingness, like professional, or like I don't know, like expert of everything. Before anyone says anything, you already like know what you can answer them.
Yeah.
To look
You're
sharp,
you're fast.
yeah,
You're ready. Your
it's
brain.
so cool. Oh man,
It's yeah.
I just want you to guys just try it for 1 week or 2 week, and you will see immediately how your life will change. And please write a comment, send us messages about your journey. It's very interesting.
Any questions you have, like maybe you start with something, but all of a sudden you struggle with something else. Maybe you get too much aggression. You have people that really
he's talking about himself.
Yeah, like I mean, this is too much masculine energy, or you feel this aggression, you have to get it out. So it's there are also maybe there's some side effects for you, but there's ways how you can handle it, and especially for someone that did it, and we have like two different perspectives of experiences.
I mean, I also was aggressive at some point.
Yeah,
really, you remember that, right?
It can make you aggressive at some point. But you need to learn how to use this aggression for your benefit and work more or go more to the gym, and then you can balance it.
Yeah.
If you just take the aggression and you don't do anything, then obviously it can have some side effects.
And by the way, guys, what I want to note here, it's not just one-time journey, simmer retention.
Yeah.
Every time you work with these benefits, and you just add these benefits into your daily life, you become that person.
It affects.
So first, what it shows you, it shows where you can get. So it shows the best picture of possibilities when you get these benefits. Then you adjust them. You adjust all these benefits. You become that person, and of course, doing it with each time, these benefits will be less feelable. Yeah, but
of course, yeah.
But it will become your part of your life. So it's for best. And if you will at some point relapse, what will definitely happen?
It will happen.
You have all these distractions in social media, all these porn websites. It's gonna happen, or even you will see like you get more attention from women, and at some point, some of these women will offer you to go with her and have sex. And you will do it, so you're gonna relapse, and you're gonna have that feeling of guilt, like you did something wrong, but it's not wrong. I just want to put it clear now.
Yeah.
It's very important to know it's okay to relapse from time to time, but what is not okay, to have that in your mind and go for it consciously.
Yeah, that's the point.
Don't relapse every 2 weeks just for relapsing.
The worst thing you can do, this is a good point. Some people are like, okay, now that I relapsed, now that I lost 1 day, now I can do the second day, the third day. Now it's okay. I mean, I already lost it. Yeah. This is the wrong mindset. It's okay to relapse one time. It's not okay to repeat it. Yeah. Consciously.
And try to go as long as you can with simmer retention.
Yeah.
Every time, as long as you can, guys. Because the relapse, it's what happens when you try to hold yourself for a long time, but you couldn't, or something happened, and it's understandable. But the wrong relapse is when you do it consciously. You just go and just every 2 weeks do that, every 1 month do that. Don't do that. Just try, especially on first 2 times of simmer retention, just try to go as long as you can, as long distance you can, especially second time. First time it's very hard. Second time, you know already that you have some weaknesses.
Yeah.
But you need to work more on yourself. That's how you build that discipline, actually.
100%.
So yeah, that's actually our message for today. It was fun talk. We'll get back to it, especially when 100%. You will write comment to us. We'll discuss it more. It's all related, guys. All these topics comes from our experiences, and we'll discuss this and that on every video. And I want to say thank you, Ilya, for your
buddy.
time, man. It was a pleasure, as always.
Man. See you soon.
See you soon.
Next week. Bye, guys.